so. I only know I never want to let you go. 'Cause you started something, can't you see? Ever since you left, you had a hold on me. It happens to be true. I only want to be with you. It doesn't matter where you go or what you do. I want to spend each moment of the day with you. Look what has happened with just one kiss. I never knew that I could be in love like this. It's crazy, but it's true. I only want to be with you. You stopped and smiled at me and asked if I cared to dance. I fell into your open arms. I didn't stand a chance. Now listen, honey, I just want to be beside you everywhere. As long as we're together, honey, I don't care. 'Cause you started something, can't you see? Ever since you left, you had a hold on me. No matter what you do, I only want to be with you. Whoa, you stopped and smiled at me and asked if I cared to dance. I fell into your open arms. I didn't stand a chance. Now listen, honey, I just want to be beside you everywhere. As long as we're together, honey, I don't care. 'Cause you started something, can't you see? Ever since you left, you had a hold on me. No matter what you do, I only want to be with you. I said no matter what you do, I only want to be with you.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. We are ending the week.
What a week.
I got to take this off.
What a week. This is definitely a business for the nighttime people. Morning and me, not
Why?
easy. Because I'm just about waking up right now.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm just about now getting my win for the
talking about
day.
the
And
sweet-
we've already done 3 shows.
Yeah, but the sweet tarts just brought it in. I got to take it. It's a very nice sound.
You like that?
I did. I had my headphones on. I'm listening to it. I'm watching the crew communicate back and forth. I love it when behind the scenes, and they don't even see it, we're trying to get the best
Sound
sound
right, yeah,
possible.
absolutely.
Getting your sound, everybody's different. Board members are different. Everything is different, but it's kind of cool.
You know, it's funny. I was at this event, Bubbles and Bling, at Lenore's place. And I met all these great people, and you've met a lot of them here over the past couple weeks. And I go to the back, and there's these cute little tank tops, and my sister was with me. And she says, I got to get one of those tank tops. So I go back, we start talking to Liz, and she gives me her card, and I think, we're going to give them the mics. I think, I know this lady from somewhere, I know the name, and I'm talking to Liz, and I said, do you work with the radio station? No. Do you know my partner, Freddie Santori? No. And this whole conversation of, I don't know. She tells me she does music promotion and producing, and she sings, she's got all these groups. Later on, so I go to bring her in, and she says, I know where I know you from.
From where?
Kenny Love Show.
Oh,
And then she brings the sweet tarts in today, and she says, and one of my trio, Susan Ashley, been on the Kenny Love Show. So see, Kenny Love is spreading love everywhere.
He's like peanut butter.
He doesn't even know he's spreading love everywhere. He'll be here today.
He will. He's going to be happy to see them again.
So Liz and the Sweet Tarts and Jesse and Susan, welcome to the studio.
Glad to be back.
Glad to be here.
Such a pleasure. Give us some background. I don't know who wants to talk. I guess Liz, let's start. On the Sweet Tarts.
Yeah, we've been together about.
Just need you to talk into your mic.
Oh,
That mic.
sorry. Yeah, we've been together. Sweet Tarts has been in existence for about 5 or 6 years. And these are my latest Sweet Tarts, Jess Colongo, Susan Ashley. And we do a lot of club dates and country clubs, gated
Private
communities, private parties.
corporate gigs.
Looking for more gigs, for sure. Just go to LizSharpSings.com or the FloridaSweetTarts.com. And we just love 60s music. At least I'm a big fan, and these guys apparently are too. And it's just fun, great music, and it's...
But we do a little of everything, 60s, 70s, even 50s, 60s, 70s, and a little 80s also.
a little bit, yeah.
Well, that's great because
Disco.
we are on True Oldies South Florida 6 radio stations, and they play exactly what you guys sing. So this is going to be airing on True Oldies probably Monday night.
Cool.
Okay.
We're going to put it on Monday night, so people all over South Florida are going to be listening and hearing you on the air.
All right.
You're dressed for the
I
occasion.
love the outfits.
Thank you.
The outfits are
I picked
fantastic.
them out for us,
$5. No, kidding.
and they agreed to wear them.
They're
You
fantastic.
can't see our boots, though.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to lift up
Well,
my...
these boots are made for walking. I'm sure that's going to be on there as well.
Where are you all playing? Where are some of your gigs coming up?
Well, we had Blue Jean Blues every other month or so.
Mostly
and-
private gigs, though.
Yeah, Kings Point. Oh gosh.
Different country clubs.
Yeah, Winmore. Come on, girls, help me.
We're all over. Just different nursing homes.
You're
Where
doing the
was your-
circuit.
we played at one the other night that you brought us to.
Oh, yeah, the Covenant House.
Covenant.
What was it called?
Covenant
She was
House.
down
We don't
by there
remember.
at
We
Linda's
all
place.
any
She
other-
was at Linda's
We're in
place.
so many projects, all of us. So yeah, we don't know sure where we are half the time. Every day, it's a different group we're with, or
It's
different.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I got to ask, why the name of the group is Sweet Tarts? Because back in the day, that's a candy.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Well, we used to be
They're
the
sweet.
Pop Tarts,
They used to-
and those
Pop-Tarts.
girls, they were from Cleveland, and they were supposed to come down here, but that didn't work out. So, it kind of was left in my hands to carry the tradition on, and so we decided to change it to Sweet Tarts. And it could be next, and then it was the lollipops for a short time. We might be the Oreos coming up at some
I like the
point,
sweet
too.
tarts. Makes me think of that little hard candy. Right now, my
Could be
mouth, the
right.
thought of
It's
that is
little
like,
hard candies,
"Ugh,"
little
but
sweet tart.
The Sweet Tarts were big back in the 70s, 80s.
Oh yeah, I remember Bazooka bubblegum.
Oh, with the little cartoon.
I just
Yes.
thought of that.
And
the
it
other
had
day.
your future. It had a fortune, like a little at the bottom.
Right.
Don't cross the street and stuff. It had these little things.
Yeah.
oh, there's the sweet tarts. There you go.
I remember that.
They're
We
on
usually
point.
throw
the
those
crew.
out, at the end of our jobs.
I used
Throw
to
'em
love
at
Sweet
people.
Tarts. They were the best.
I love it. You guys have some more music for us, yes?
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, do you guys also, you do covers, but do you write your own music? Anybody is a
no, we-
writer?
We do separately, but not for this show.
Okay.
Other mic, Susan. The mic in your right hand.
Oh, the wrong mic.
There you go. So you do write your own music for other
For
occasions?
yes.
Okay. Well,
But this we just stick to the the original artists
Yeah, the big hits, the top 100
of
pop
the all-girl
songs of the
groups.
1960s, the
All-girl
Supremes, the
groups.
Cookies, the Shangri-Las, Leslie Gore,
Marvelettes.
Marvelettes.
The Ronettes.
Wow.
Where are you
Tina
all
Turner.
from? Jesse,
love
where are you from?
Upstate New York,
How long you been down here?
20 years or more.
Upstate? How far upstate?
Near Buffalo.
Upstate?
Oh, that's upstate. I thought you were going to say Yonkers. I said, oh, Yonkers.
I'm from the city. I'm a city girl.
You're from Manhattan?
New York. Well, no. Most of my life was spent on Long Island, but Queens, and then it
Long
morphed
Island ain't
into
the
Long
city.
Island. What?
Long Island's not the city.
Long
Long Island's
Island.
not
Do I
the
sound
city.
like a New Yorker? Long
Cleveland
Island.
girl.
Cleveland. Home of
Absolutely.
the Indians.
Cleveland
Oh, no,
rocks.
that's not their name no more. Guardians, home of the Guardians,
They're the Guardians?
Cleveland Guardians.
Interesting.
a
How did they come
baseball
up with the name Guardians?
Because the
I know they
Indians
couldn't use that.
were offensive. They changed the name.
Yes, I know. Isn't that so
But the Atlanta Braves
ridiculous?
is still the
I like
Atlanta
the
Braves,
Indians,
so
the
you
way
go
they
figure
were.
that one out.
Interesting.
Yeah, the
Well,
Guardians.
and here they're all together with Sweet Tarts. All right, why don't we do some more music so we can put it out on True Oldies
Okay,
on Monday?
let's do that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Gonna put that together. Josh, what a birthday present for you.
Oh, that's right.
Today's
Happy
this young
birthday.
man's 24th birthday.
He's 24 years young, old, whatever you want to call him.
We're going to get that all going and see where they're going to be next. But you got to love the networking events because I've met such great people.
Well, we have an event coming up October 19th where they set the ladies up. October 19th, we're going to be putting it out starting Monday. We have Johnny T doing a double production. Maybe we convince the ladies to come with us on this journey
That would be fun.
and take the Sweet Tarts on the road.
I love the name. I love the name. All right,
I'm glad you love it.
let's do
Took a long
it.
time to think of that one.
Bring them on over.
Okay, here's a song recorded by Leslie Gore.
It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Judy and Johnny just walked through the door. Johnny has gone with you.
Come on, I got all crazy with them. All right, we screwed up because I couldn't hear.
It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Playing my records, keep dancing, dancing all night. Leave me alone till Johnny's dancing with me. I've got no reason to smile. It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Judy and Johnny just walked through the door like a queen with her king. Oh, what a birthday surprise! Judy's wearing his ring. It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
Let's do one more.
Met him on a Monday and my heart stood still. The do run, 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 the do run, run. Somebody told me that his name was Bill. The do run, 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 the do run, run. Yes, my heart stood still. Yeah, his name was Bill. And when he walked me home, the do run, 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 the do run, run. Knew what he was doing when he caught my eye. I do run, 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 I do run, run. He looked so quiet, but my oh my. I do run, 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 I do run, run. Yeah, he caught my eye. Yeah, said my oh my. And when he locked me home, the do run, 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 the do run, run. Picked me up at 7 and it looked so fine. The do run, 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 the do run, run. Someday soon I'm gonna make him mine. I do run, 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 I do run, run. Yeah, he looks so fine. Yeah, I'm gonna make him mine. And when he walk me home, I do run, 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 I do run, run. I do run, 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 I do run, run. I do run, 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 I do run, run. I do run, 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 I do run, run. I do run, 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 I do run, run.
I'm out of breath. Out of shape.
AMP2 Media Productions, in collaboration with True Oldies Radio and Comcast TV, bring you the opportunity to spotlight your business on Monday Night Football on ESPN. By targeting your preferred Comcast region, your commercial will be spotlighted during NFL and NCAA football season, reaching over 1 million viewers. Let AMP help you amplify your impact in the community. Contact us at 866-224-5422 to create your own commercial today.
If you're tired of only working for your money and are ready to get your money working for you, then check this out. This is the Transact card, the first of its kind Visa bank card where you double your dollars on every transaction. Transact card provides you with a system for your money finally works for you. The days of underwhelming 1% to 2% cashback are over. Are you ready to welcome in dollar for dollar rewards, doubling your buying power and creating financial momentum? Look, if you've been trying to save your way to wealth and that isn't working out the way you hope, maybe it's time to try spending your way to wealth instead. Learn more at gman.mytzt.com. That is gman.mytzt.com.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? AMP Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
AMP Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right. Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. I got nowhere to run, baby. Nowhere to hide. It's not love that I'm running from. It's the heartbreak I know will come. 'Cause I know you're no good for me. But you become a part of me. Everywhere I go, your face I see. Every step I take, you take with me. Yeah. Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. I got nowhere to run, baby. Nowhere to hide. I know you're no good for me. Free of you, I'll never be. Each night as I sleep, into my heart you creep. I wake up feeling sorry I met you, hoping soon that I'll forget you. When I look in the mirror to comb my hair, I see your face, just a smiling there. Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. I got nowhere to run, baby. Nowhere to hide. I know you're no good for me, but you become a part of me. How can I find the love that shouldn't be when it's so deep? It's so deep, deep inside of me. My love reaches so high, I can't get over it. It's so wide that I can't get around it. No, nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. I got nowhere to run, baby. Nowhere to hide. I know you're no good for me. Free of you, I'll never be. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide from you, baby. I just can't get away from you, baby. No matter how I try. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide from you, baby.
Jesse.
Don't mess with Bill. No, 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 no. Don't mess with Bill. No, 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 no. Don't mess with Bill. Don't mess with Bill. Well, I know don't mess with Bill. Well, I know he's the guy who put tears in my eyes 1,000 times or more. But every time he would apologize, I loved him more than before. Hear what I say, girls, keep away. Don't mess with Bill. No, 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 no. Don't mess with Bill. He's mine, oh mine. Don't mess with Bill. I say it one more time. Don't mess with Bill. Well, there's Jimmy, there's Joe, and there's Frank and Jim, just to name a few. But Bill's got me and I've got him. I'm sure that there's one for you. Hear what I say, girls, keep away. Don't mess with Bill. No, 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 no. Don't mess with Bill. You better stay away. Don't mess with Bill. I said, hey, hey, hey. Don't mess with Bill. Well, I tell myself he wants no one else, 'cause he keeps coming back to me. And I'm in no position to want competition. I want to be sure as can be. Hear what I say, girls, keep away. Don't mess with Bill. No, 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 no. Don't mess with Bill. He's mine, oh mine. I say it one more time. Don't mess with Bill. Oh, you better stay away. Yeah. Oh, don't you be messing with my Bill. Oh, no. Don't mess with Bill.
You ain't got to hear it. All you got to do is sing it. Nice job,
job.
ladies. Nice job. Nice job.
That was amazing. I know we got to get you guys the other mics. I know, Josh, can I get some help out here on the floor, please? Let's grab those other mics for them.
Are we going
Zach's gonna get 'em.
sit them or are we going to keep them there? What are you going to do?
I think we're good right there, and then we're going to set Dr. Suarez up on the other side of this commercial break.
Okay.
Where's your next gig for the Sweet Tarts?
It'll be October. Actually, we got something at...
Yeah, we have something coming up in September. We don't know our schedule. We have to look at it every night to see where we are next for all of our different gigs.
Winmore, I think it is.
Is it? Okay.
Anyway, but we're at Blue Jean Blues on October, I think it's the 22nd. It's the third Sunday, not the last Sunday, but the second to last.
She's in charge.
I have my calendar in front of me.
I hear Blue Jean Blues is.
Right here.
I hear Blue Jean Blues is a fantastic venue.
Yes,
It's very cool.
Yeah, it's
Mostly live music. You know, a lot of jazz.
I've been to the club, so
yeah.
a lot of talented people. I strive to have quality, and it's a good time. They have great food, and the staff's friendly, and I've been there a while, and I sing there. And
Yeah,
I sing.
we all sing there
You all
separately with
sing
my
there.
band, and we all sing there. I have a solo coming up, yeah.
I got a solo tomorrow at Blue Jean Blues.
Yeah.
From 5:30 to 7:30.
Come on, plug yourself.
Wow, that's 2 hours solo. That's a lot of music.
And I have a gig at NYY with the Gigolos, Just in the Gigolos, this Saturday.
Wow.
Where is NYY?
Where Tracy
Legends
is, Semel
Coconut
Hard Rock.
Creek
That's
Casino.
what I was thinking at the Hard Rock.
Legends Coconut Creek Casino.
That's where I had dinner.
I know.
That's where the Yankees
That's where
stuff is.
Tracy is.
NYY, yeah.
I'm working.
Oh, that place is magnificent. Oh, you're going to be there tomorrow?
Yes, my band.
Wow.
Just in the Gigolos.
Just in the Gigolos.
It's a really good band.
To the Wolfpack band.
Yes, you do. They are amazing.
They are.
Band is 12-piece band. And,
Horns.
12 pieces.
yeah, horn section. And
Holy
How many
smokes.
bands are there between the three of you?
27.
Well, I have my Just in the Gigolos, and I also have a new band I'll be working with called the REO Speedwagon Tribute Band. So I'll be doing that.
I mainly do tribute shows with different bands, and Barbra Streisand tribute show. I do another one with two gentlemen that we do Streisand, Sinatra, and Bennett, and I have a few different tribute shows that I do. So that's
We got a whole lot to talk about, ladies.
yeah.
Wow. Wow, I
You have
love
to
the
keep
venues.
working.
We actually, October 19th, are doing a show at the Movies of Delray. We're going to be doing Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra. as well, because the covers have exploded. Everybody looking for talent.
Yeah.
But I guess you guys have so much time on your hands. You're creating
No,
new
I
bands.
work full time.
Now, the
can't
three of
find-
you have been together 6 years?
No, I'm the last one to join.
The latest invention.
Yeah, there's been a different.
Different girls over the years. Was that Chris James, Jill Miner, Susan Hempek, a couple other ones in there that came in and left. So yeah, we've been together about 5 or 6 years. Different, guitars.
It's amazing. It's amazing that you have done what you're doing in such a short period of time. You've been a couple of months together only?
No.
Oh, no, we've been together.
I've
These guys,
been
a
about
couple years now,
about a
right?
year now, and you.
About 2 years.
Is it that long?
Time
I have no
flies, huh?
concept of
Yeah.
time
It's so
anymore.
funny.
We rehearse
Who's on
like, I
first?
don't know, probably at least once a month, and
Sometimes.
I'm always throwing new tunes at
Yes,
them.
I had to learn 68 tunes thanks to this.
Was it
68?
No.
68 tunes, yes, over the last.
And I'm giving you some of my songs now.
And every
too.
week she changes it. Like, let's throw in something new. I'm like,
Got to. I got a new one, a couple new
I was
ones.
going to ask the question of who puts out the tunes, but I'm afraid to. Who puts out the gig while you're going to go to a gig and change things up? Who puts that together?
I do.
And what
I make
what
the playlist
inspires
and-
you to do the songs you pick? What,
Oh, I think songs that will fit the singers. Jess has got a different kind of voice than Susan has, and I have a different kind of voice than both of them have, and we kind of try to complement each other in the songs. And
find the right songs for our voices.
Yeah, the right
you
songs
know.
for the voices, and
songs
also
we
stuff
like.
that's kind of upbeat.
Yeah, we try to
and
keep it all
fun. We do some ballads, but not that many. It's kind of more danceable and try to keep it
And we
fun.
get people up to dance.
And then,
some of
I
the
just
places.
discover, there's something I discovered that Etta James did a great song. I can't remember it right off the top of my head now, but just, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I'm always looking for stuff that's different and to kind of keep it unexpected.
Keep us on our toes.
Keep you guys on your toes, yeah. She's not from that generation, or, I came out of the 60s,
Yeah.
and
I didn't really listen to music like that
I
in
know.
the 60s at
yeah,
all.
I guess I did because
was a
my
little
parents were
girl
both
back then.
musicians, and my brother Todd's a musician, and I just grew up around a lot of music, and I was just listening to everything and couldn't seem to get enough.
Jesse, how about you? What type of music do you do?
Whew, I do a lot of different. I did a little country. I do a little jazz. I do a little R&B, gospel, pop. I do a lot. I like Aretha Franklin, Chaka Khan, Donna Summer.
And how many in the Jess and the Gigolos?
5.
All women?
Nope.
She's
I'm Jess, and the Gigolos are all men.
Good for you.
that's where they gigolos.
That's why it's called gigolos, not gigolos.
That's why I was wondering if they were all women.
No.
Fantastic.
So each one of you has a particular type of music you like to sing. Is that why there's all these different tunes coming out, and then you sort of blend this together like a blender? It's
Well, we
kind
all
of
do
cool.
different types of materials. Like Jess said, she does, and I do R&B and pop and all that stuff. And Liz, she's really good
chameleon.
jazz.
I
and
sing
she's
jazz,
rock and roll.
R&B.
She's more rock,
Blues,
yeah.
jazz. Started out more jazz, but then jazz and blues. But in this business, you have to be versatile
You do. Chameleon.
to last.
Yeah.
You got to be able to work with a live band.
Different people.
You got to be able to work with background tracks, because nowadays the music business, a lot is going over to the tracks, and which is unfortunate, because we wish more clubs and restaurants would hire a band or a live band. But it's costly, and
Where do you play with your wolf pack? 12 of you. Where do you possibly fit?
we've played Arts Garage,
Galuppies.
And the
Hard Rock
Hard Rock.
Rooftop.
Yes.
We're there in October, and we start up a little bit more in October.
For season.
Everybody's on vacations right now, and we do some of the outdoor venues, the city park things, and the jazz brunch, and it's been kind of hot, so nobody really wants to, especially the leader, David Wolf. He's the drummer, so he doesn't want to deal with the heat right now. And they're fantastic. And David pushes me to all new heights of of my voice. I mean, for me, I do a show. I'm starting a show which is the evolution of women in music. I start from the 30s and go through the 80s.
Wow.
So, and it's like an hour or two, and that's kind of fun because I get to just present something that's a little bit of the history of music and song, and then I also have my sketches there because I sketch fashion sketches.
She's a great illustrator.
Yes, yes.
So
Really,
I'm
she
starting
put
this whole
a lot of
journey
talent
of
there in that.
sketching singers.
An hour or two, as if 60 minutes is not a big change.
Oh, she has to go from the 30s to the 80s.
And I change
That long
outfits too.
Wow.
Of course you do.
I have a little.
You
My
do? Wow.
sketches are on stage with me, in a
That's
room divider
ambitious.
kind of thing. So I go behind the room divider and switch out
That's
a few
awesome.
things.
Oh, wow.
Cool, Jay.
It just brings me back to my childhood, you know.
Well, I tell you, a 12-piece band is no joke. I mean, that is
A lot of rehearsal.
I bet there is, because you need the room, and then they got to get it all together. And you guys
Harmonies.
travel all over Florida?
Not well, all over Florida, but not really outside of Florida. And we do everything from Steely Dan, Aretha, Doobie Brothers, Beatles. The list goes on. He's always throwing stuff at us too.
And Susan, for you, you've got a band, or you do mostly solo?
I work with a lot of different duo partners, trios, jazz trios, and we do a lot of the country clubs. But my main focus has been the last few years. I have my own one-woman show that I do in a lot of the different condos, and that's, I have the new tribute show that I have a Barbra Streisand multimedia tribute show. That's got a big screen behind me, and I interact. I worked with Streisand when I was very young, and so I show that, me and her, and it's an interactive kind of show with the multimedia. So we all
There's
do.
a whole lot of
have-
talent in this room. Do you have any more music for us?
Of course.
Yeah,
Sure.
we could go for
Hundreds of
hours,
songs.
but
So why don't we do
Yeah.
one
Learn.
more, take us out to commercial break, and then we're going to switch over and bring in Dr. Suarez.
Okay.
All right.
Got one more? Take us out to commercial break, and we'll pop this up on True Oldies.
I didn't know
probably
you
Monday
were
night.
inviting 27 bands.
I got to tell you, when I spoke to Liz, she's like, well, we got this and we got this, but I think I want to promote the Sweethearts.
I
and-
like it. I like they have the difference of things going on, which is always cool. Different sounds, different ideas, and they don't sit still. I love it.
Music on Friday is always fun to get
It
us
is.
into the weekend.
It is, to get us into the weekend. All
right,
right,
you
ladies,
guys
are you
ready?
ready? Oh, hold on, they're switching. They're moving around, they're grooving and moving.
Moving and grooving.
Here's another famous song with Leslie Gore.
Yeah.
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, everything that's wonderful, that's what I feel when we're together. Brighter than a lucky penny when you're near, the rain clouds disappear, dear, and I feel so fine just to know that you are mine. My life is sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, that's how this sweet frame goes, so come on, join in. Everybody, sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is sure to come your way when you're in love to stay. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is what I feel when we're together. Brighter than a lucky penny when you're near, the rain clouds disappear, dear, and I feel so fine just to know that you are mine. My life is sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. That's how this sweet frame goes, so come on, join in. Everybody, sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is sure to come your way. 'Cause you're in love, you're in love, and love is here to stay.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, We'll buy your home and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
If you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions and tell you what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina along with spokesman Rob. So Rob, tell the folks at home who should call right now.
Just like you said, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now. We're going to answer all of your questions and we'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. You heard it, folks at home. Pick up the phone, call now.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing, what's up?
Nothing, just looking for music for a group that I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listen to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out, thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought. You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I have Liz's number. Boom.
And we're back. I think I did.
What'd you do? You sprained.
I think I broke my back.
You
'cause
moved
they
too
said,
fast.
You gotta go 30 seconds.
I've never seen you move so fast.
Me neither. I was a giant blur.
Never
was
seen you.
blurred out.
Actually, you getting up from your seat and moving that fast. The ladies are more than welcome to stay. I think we've got Abraham. We're gonna do happy birthday to Josh.
Oh, you want to do it now?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do that now. Before we get into like hormones and all this serious stuff, we may as well just have cake and then get into the hormones. We've got Dr. David Suarez joining us, and you know what I'd love to do so much in the studio is network. And I was talking to the ladies, and we met Susan Ashley a while ago through Jeffrey Epstein, and Jeffrey, if you're watching or listening, please get well soon. Apparently he was in a bad car accident, and so Susan's been taking care of his dog.
Oh, really?
So the whole crew is kind of, they're all coming on out for Josh's birthday. So Jeffrey, I hope you get better soon. Mary Ellen, we're thinking of you. It's all about networking. And they all come out.
Where are they going?
I don't know where they're going.
He's over here.
Josh is here, and the cake is on the wrong.
Where's the cake? Where's the cake?
Corey, can you get the cake?
Can somebody get the
Put
cake?
it on the table.
It'd be nice to put the cake in front of the birthday guy.
That would be that.
Oh, you sent Corey. Of all the people to send,
The Rizzler.
the Twizzler.
What is the story behind that nickname? We don't know.
I don't even know what it means.
There's candle.
Yeah.
Seriously, guys, has anyone ever had a birthday before? It's right there in the bag.
Do you guys know how to?
How to have a birthday?
Really? Really? Really?
And Jay's gonna take
they
care of
all
it.
went to another place.
I want to sit on the couch. I don't just
Firecrackers.
listen. If you need me to have candles, all I can tell you. How'd you like the music today?
I love the music today. I'm watching that they don't burn the studio down over there. Those are the largest candles I've ever
only
seen.
Josh did that. Okay, guys, show of hands. Who puts a paper plate in the toaster oven?
Oh, toaster oven.
Only. Thank you.
He does. We had a fire here yesterday.
It toasted it.
It toasted the plate.
Toasted the plate, yeah. I didn't know that.
Put
I just,
paper in a
I
fire.
didn't-
No.
There's this like metal, there's this metal pan in there. I guess you're supposed to place it on that, but I didn't want to get my little muffin dirty, so I put it on a paper plate.
So he burned it.
All right, so who's singing for Josh?
J-Lo. J-Lo, who didn't sing yesterday.
All right, ready, G-Man?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Ready?
Go.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Josh. Happy birthday to you.
Actually, the singers, now they come out, they're like, we want to sing. You heard us beat that song up, huh?
I wanted the singers to sing it. I tell you, we're like 2 pages behind all day today.
We're trying. Happy birthday. All right, you got to smudge your name,
Thank
cut
you.
some cake, and everyone enjoy.
Yes, smudge your name. No, not up to it.
That's all right. It's all good. Everyone was sick a few weeks ago. Now we're all good.
Now we're going to be sick again, but that's okay.
Now we're good. It came through, went. We're moving on. Moving on to the next
Let's see if they know how to
situation.
cut the cake without burning the house down.
Happy birthday. G-Man, thank you for getting that. And we're going to talk to Dr. Suarez.
Dr. Suarez, yes. Now we have a camera on Dr. Suarez. Your camera too?
He's on camera too, and the week you were out, we did a lot of voiceovers for him, and so I got to learn a lot about semaglutide, which I never even heard about, but then I guess apparently that's what's in Ozempic.
Yes.
Didn't even know. And you're looking at me like I'm nuts. And hormones and hormone balancing and your beautiful office, and you come in and we sort of have a change of venue. So welcome to the studio.
It's a pleasure to be here.
How do you like it?
Love it. The art is amazing.
Thank you.
I can't wait to have some of this in my office.
Jody came in and she said, oh my gosh, Dr. Dave's gonna love this studio. He loves art.
Yes, it's amazing. It really is.
Give us some information on Pure Wellness Medical.
Okay, well, it started out, I used to do cosmetic surgery. and I felt like I kind of needed to do more for my patients. So I started to heal them from inside out instead of outside in. And then something that really changed my whole practice was I decided that we needed to put more God into it. So I really help my patients connect with their spirituality first, and then I attack their health and any issues that they have. And then we have a life coaching component now that we're able to go into every aspect of their life.
You started out as a general surgeon.
Yes.
So this is totally different. This isn't even like internal medicine going holistic. You are trained to cut.
Exactly.
Right? A general surgeon, you go in, you cut, you fix, you sew, you go. What was the change? Right over there.
I felt that I just was not able to heal patients really. General surgery is sick patients. Usually want you to take care of the problem, gallbladder, appendix, and then they don't do anything to get better afterwards. I felt cosmetic surgery was a little bit better because most patients are healthy, but they were never happy. You can go in and do liposuction, they'd be back in 3 months, they want something else done. No matter what you do to them, if you're not happy inside, you're going to keep wanting to fix the outside. And I really knew inside that there was a bigger purpose for me in medicine. So I really started to dig deep into what made people who they are. And I found that when you're putting too much attention on the outside and you're not working on the inside, you're just not happy. So I wanted to bring that into my medical practice.
How long were you a surgeon?
Well, I'd say I stopped doing surgery in 2017, so I graduated my residency in 2012, so 5 years.
This is amazing. We bring in holistic medicine.
Sure.
I've talked to my doctor here when I was at FAU about holistic medicine, and here I have a surgeon. Second guy, because I also have, my doctor used to be a surgeon as well, and his knees gave out, so he couldn't do the surgery anymore. But here you are electing to take care of the spirit, which is a complete 360 for medicine. I mean, you're still involved, you're still a surgeon. It's not like you stopped being a surgeon, but you're healing people spiritually. And this is a little bit different. And then how do you treat them spiritually? What is it that you do for them?
Well, it's really working on their connection with their higher power. So a lot of people might not be Christian where they have Jesus, or they might not be Jewish, or they might not even have any religion. They could be an atheist. But we all know that there's a higher energy force there. So I try to bring people in connection with that. Even if you're coming in for Botox, I end up having those conversations with people. So it's really changed how I work on everybody because, again, it's that inner peace that you really need, and it's not just aesthetics. There's so much more to happiness, and that's really what it's been about for me.
How's it been received by your patients?
I was just going to ask that.
Amazingly well.
Really?
I thought I'd have a lot of pushback in the beginning because when I spoke to all of my colleagues, it's kind of shunned in medicine to bring in spirituality and religion. But for me, when your life is going in that direction, it's really important to incorporate who you are into what you do.
Sure.
And all of my patients, they really love it because, I have people coming in, leaving and crying happy tears because it's kind of like a bartender when you go in and if I'm sitting there and I'm doing Botox and fillers and you could be in the chair for an hour, you sit there and you have long conversations. Yesterday we were talking about, I was doing dermal filler on someone's face. We did a liquid facelift, which is a lot of syringes of filler. So she was there for a good hour. We started talking about Job and Daniel from the Bible. Just from doing filler. So it's really amazing what you're able to do. And then she left happier than you could imagine. It's not just how she looks, it's how she feels when she leaves.
Which is incredible. Did something change for you that you wanted to get more into spirituality?
Yeah, I guess just kind of searching as you go through your trials and your tribulations in your life. And, we all make some mistakes. And a lot of times when you're rock bottom, you have to look for help, and that's where I looked, and I found it with God, and it's changed my life.
I'm curious. I'm curious. So if somebody is watching this program and they want to see you for a spiritual healing, as opposed to the cosmetics or the facials or anything like that. Can they still book to come see you?
Yes, I mean, what ends up happening is most of my patients will come in for fatigue or because I'm a hormone specialist, so all the signs and symptoms of just being run down. And as I talk to them about what's going on in their lives, I really start to understand there's another component there. So if they need that spiritual healing, that's when we'll go about it. I don't get any phone calls just for that. It usually comes in as we're doing anything else, but I'll be more than happy to help someone with any problem that they have, you know, because it's not coming from me, it's coming from the heart.
It's amazing because, you know, COVID is on the rise, 21% hospitalization. I saw it on the news today. And what happens is after you go through COVID second, third, fourth time, whatever, the ill effects is feeling fatigue. And all of a sudden there is a door to open to meet somebody who's on the other side of medicine. He's still a surgeon. Nothing's changed. As a doctor, he's a doctor. But there's another way also that you can learn from his services with fatigue, and I'm sure that he will help whoever he has to help. But it's curious, of the journey that we've had the last 3 weeks in this place. He sort of summarizes everything that because we have a lot of people that come in here spiritually. All the artwork you see in here, they're all into spiritual art. Everything in here has a frequency, and we highly believe in that, and we network, and the music and everything, we combine it. But I think you're the first person that I've ever met that actually has flipped the script. He has spirituality now first,
But you know what's
and then the
interesting
medicine.
is that you say you hit rock bottom, and anyone watching this, he's a good-looking doctor, he's in shape, he obviously finances, people think doctor. What would you have to hit rock bottom about? Not that you have to tell us your story.
Oh, my story is not private. I mean, I have a book coming out soon called Making the Change, Optimize Your Health and Mind, where I go through what I've been through in the first part of the book. And a little excerpt of that is already out. And it's a #1 bestseller in a collaborative book that we have. It's a really long name, Successful Health Professionals. So telling my story helps me. It's my own testimony that I'm very proud of. You know, when I made that transition in the beginning from going from a cosmetic surgeon to a holistic practitioner, I had a surgery center that I just purchased for almost $300,000. Your lasers for liposuction, I had aesthetic devices. I bought 2 lasers for that. So a lot of money's going out. And when you're a surgeon, that's not a problem. But when you're not a surgeon, there's a big difference. So you're taking a few $100s from people instead of a few thousands.
Sure.
So we scheduled a few $100,000 of surgery. And then at that time is when I found God. And I started canceling all my surgeries. And I had them come back for a follow-up. And that's where I started to get into those conversations. Like, for breast implants, why are you really having this surgery? And I was hoping I was going to get, you know, my self-esteem has been so low, but no, it was my boyfriend's paying for it. Do you really want it? No, but he's paying for it. Well, you know, why don't you go think about that surgery and come back in a couple of weeks? And then they just go to someplace else. But for me, I just didn't feel it was fulfilling enough. I felt like they were missing the point. Even though it's a cosmetic procedure, there is always a risk from surgery.
Sure.
And there's 1 million cosmetic procedures done every day. But if it's done for the wrong reason, who's it really being done for? The surgeon? And that's not what's right. It's supposed to be treating the patient first. And I realized that's not helping the patient. So they can go somewhere else and get it done. I mean, there was a patient recently that came to my office, and she didn't have a job, and she came in for PDO threads, which are the pulling threads that we do, which is a non-surgical technique. And after I'm talking with her, and I said, well, why do you need this done? And she said, oh, I have a job interview. I'm like, oh, you're trying to get a raise? And she goes, no, I don't have a job. I said, wait a minute, you know this is like a $1,500 procedure. Well, you know, I have $3,000 in the bank. Do you have rent? Yeah. Do you have a car payment? Yeah. So how far is that $3,000 going to last you? She said, well, I hope a month. So I said, you know what? Why don't you go home, think about it, and come back with proof that you have a job, and I have no problem doing it, and I'll even give you a discount. So what she do? She came back in 3 weeks with a receipt showing me that she got a paycheck, and I was very happy to do the procedure.
Wow.
Even though she came back 2 weeks later without the job. But the point is, you really need to do what's right for the patient first, not what's right for the pocketbook. And that was the first thing I learned in medical school. The first day, there was a 99-year-old doctor that came in to lecture us, and he said, as long as you put your patients right and first, you're always going to be okay.
Where'd you go to medical school?
Midwestern University in Chicago.
But you're not from Chicago.
Nope, born in Brooklyn, raised in Staten Island.
He talks like you. I knew he wasn't from Chicago.
I didn't hear it.
No, not at all.
I didn't hear it at all.
We don't have the accents.
We
It's
don't.
everybody
They
else.
have the accents.
No, like, I know it's not Chicago. Totally different.
Yes.
Are there ethics courts now being taught in medical school? I know back in the day there was no ethics to medicine. Not there weren't ethics. You weren't taught ethics. You weren't taught holistic medicine. It was strictly medicine, doctor do no harm, patient always comes first, of course. But it wasn't anything that you're talking about.
No, that's not taught in regular medical school at all. I mean, they don't even go into really gastrointestinal pathology like we do today with functional medicine. They don't teach anything like that. It's just, unfortunately, medical school, the textbooks are paid for by big pharma, and that's where most of the education comes from. Not that it's wrong, it's just a one way of thinking. And we've all learned, like you said, COVID is on the rise, and why does it affect certain people certain ways? And we found out when COVID first came out, people were dying left and right because we didn't know how to treat it. We know it's a man-made virus. I don't know what politics are about it, but we know that part. But we don't know how to deal with it in the beginning. Now we know it's a flu that's very aggressive. And if you are sick and you don't know you're sick, which a lot of people have diabetes, they call pre-diabetes. That just means you're diabetic, but we don't want to say it yet. And they can have high blood pressure and all these medical problems that you don't know about. So when we heard about people dying, yeah, they were sick. They just didn't know they were sick. You didn't see too many healthy people, especially in the beginning. You didn't see healthy people dying with COVID until the vaccine got involved. And we don't know, is it the vaccine or is it the COVID from the vaccine? We don't know. There'll be a lot of studies going on for the next 15, 20 years to figure that out. And everybody has different opinions. I think holistic healing and my practice boomed with COVID, because that's the whole point. When you're treating holistically and you have a lot of other ways to treat people, high-dose vitamin C and peptides and optimizing your hormones, and living healthy, eating right, getting exercise, you don't get sick.
But you can eat right and exercise, and I try to. But when your hormones are out of balance because you're over a certain age and God says your hormones are now going to change, you need help. And it's finding that right practitioner that actually listens. I mean, you know how many years I suffered, which I didn't know was hormone imbalance. They just said, it's your stomach, it's your this, we don't know what's wrong with you.
Well, they didn't even know what it was.
They didn't know how many years I went just miserably sick until finally they're like, oh, you're flirting with menopause. Flirting with it, it's like you're pre-diabetic. No, you're like full on sick and you feel terrible, but if they don't look and actually analyze what your hormone levels are, you give you and me the same thing and it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Well, one of the problems, again, with hormone therapy is we all think endocrinologists are the place to go.
They don't do it.
I mean, I have to tell you, I think I have tighter blood sugar control on all of my patients than any endocrinologist. I put my patients that are on insulin on a tight insulin sliding scale that I don't see any diabetics on, only when they're in the hospital. There's so much work to do on the person. You have symptoms, and those symptoms are telling you what the problem is, and you have to correlate that with blood work. Then you get a good idea on what you really need and how to fix it.
But you do concierge medicine, so you've got the time to spend with each patient to actually go in and do it. You're not running because your practice manager is saying, okay, you've got 7 minutes to see this patient, you got 30 seconds to go to the next room, dictate your note, and then you got another 7 minutes. You can take the time to do with what you want.
Exactly. There's no time limit on how I spend it with my patients. I mean, just my lab review alone is an hour and a half.
Wow.
We do over 70 blood markers, and we look at inflammatory markers, cardiovascular risk factors, insulin-resistant markers, and I give a full explanation. And then when we go into the hormones, and I try to explain to people the difference between optimal levels and reference range levels. We all know that there's ranges our levels should be in, but that's for the population. It's not saying that's individual for you. So sometimes you might need a higher level of something than somebody else, but that's not accounted in standard blood work. You have to have the symptoms to correlate with what's going on.
Why don't we take a commercial break, because this is a whole nother conversation, right? Because this is the detail, this is the down and dirty of really getting into better health and feeling your optimal best.
True that.
Not just skirting the issue and going, all right, I'm okay, but you actually want to feel your best. So we're going to take a commercial break. Give us a call, talk to Dr. Dave, 888-994-4995. I think Josh wants you to cut the cake with your surgical skills. More to come. We'll be
AMP2
right
Media
back.
Productions, in collaboration with True Oldies Radio and Comcast TV, bring you the opportunity to spotlight your business on Monday Night Football on ESPN. By targeting your preferred Comcast region, your commercial will be spotlighted during NFL and NCAA football season, reaching over 1 million viewers. Let AMP help you amplify your impact in the community. Contact us at 866-224-5422 to create your own commercial today.
If you're tired of only working for your money and are ready to get your money working for you, then check this out. This is the Transact card, the first of its kind Visa bank card where you double your dollars on every transaction. Transact card provides you with a system for your money finally works for you. The days of underwhelming 1% to 2% cashback are over. Are you ready to welcome in dollar for dollar rewards, doubling your buying power and creating financial momentum? Look, if you've been trying to save your way to wealth and that isn't working out the way you hope, maybe it's time to try spending your way to wealth instead. Learn more at gman.mytzt.com. That is gman.mytzt.com.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? AMP Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Sometimes it's behind the scenes conversation. Because I talk about things, I'm totally transparent on my health, right? We talk about I've got Hashimoto's, forget
Which
menopause.
they didn't know for
Right.
years.
I was sick with that for years because we talked about blood levels, right? So I was in this normal range, but feeling so terrible.
Yeah.
And finally someone says, you couldn't possibly have that. And I finally found someone that did me a favor and ran my antibodies. It was like 25,000. And they're like, oh yeah, you've got Hashimoto's. I mean, they put me on antidepressants. They said it's because I had young children. I was, figuring it out and money. I'm like, you're just gonna suffer for the rest of your life. I was 41. Like, that's crazy. People don't realize the importance of hormones, but not just taking them over the counter or seeing a commercial because you should take this or Wild Yam. You actually
Like you do.
I don't anymore. You actually really need to go to a trained professional and look at values. You spend an hour and a half looking at labs?
Yes. It's so many different markers that we need to go into. I mean, a lot of people don't understand why their sodium levels might be low. A lot of times you go to the doctor and they just say, oh, you're fine. What about all the labs I did? It's okay, they're fine.
Because they're in the normal range.
But I don't feel fine, so what's going on? Like you're talking about with thyroid, it's probably the most misunderstood hormone that there is. It's your main metabolic hormone. If your thyroid's not optimized, you're never going to have good energy. And I look at it a little bit differently because I pretty much give everybody thyroid hormone because I find that the levels above a normal range of 4.2 or 4.4 just doesn't work. I like people around 5 or 7, which a regular medical doctor will kick you out of the office for that. But I've also found, I use one lab called the Reverse T3, which most lab companies don't even know what it's about. But what happens is your regular T3 hormone gets converted into an unusable form. So you can have a normal TSH, a normal T3, a normal T4, but if you have an elevated reverse T3, you're not using it. So you can feel the same way as if you have no T3. But if you don't look at that lab value, it doesn't make any sense.
Even know. I think we have a caller.
You have a caller? Yeah, I think you got to call it, Doctor.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. David. My name is Luis Gomez. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited that we have regular MDs that are seeing the vision of functional medicine and sharing that vision with the patients and with everybody. So I wanted to first and foremost thank you for doing such a great job about awareness for your patients, believing in the higher power, self-love, everything you're doing. I just wish there were more doctors like you out there. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and Dawn and Freddie know I have a show on Thursday night, you and your doctor, so we'll have to connect another time to see if I can interview you on that show. But
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
That's-
Thanks,
Be looking
Louise.
forward to it.
yes, thank you. I just wanted to say hi to everybody, and thanks, Dawn and Freddie, for sharing these types of doctors on your show. It's really so important. So have a great day, everybody. Just wanted to say hi.
Bye-bye.
But the amazing thing about
Bye.
Doc is you never see him coming. I mean, I'm floored. I really am. I've never met a doctor who talks the way you talk people out of surgery. I never heard of that.
But you know what? It's funny because I have an endocrinologist. You have so you say, "Can you adjust my hormones?" I don't do that. You go to the GYN. Can you adjust my hormones? I don't do that. Go to your endocrinologist. And then you're looking for a functional medicine doctor that actually looks at the level. So I'm thrilled that you're here and you do this, because everyone's not that they're not passing the buck, but they're not trained to do it. So I'd rather them actually say, I'm not trained to do this, let's find somebody. But now we actually have somebody that we can refer to, which is amazing.
A lot of doctors out here try to help their patients without having the full education about it, which I appreciate, because at least they're starting you on some sort of regimen that's helpful. But what's going on is once it kind of gets beyond their expertise, they don't know where to send you. Because like you said, we're taught in medicine, the place to go for your hormones would be endocrinology or urologist or OBGYN. And most of them don't want to deal with it because it gets complicated. And they don't really understand optimized levels. And a lot of schools out there, like A4M, which is probably the most popular school for hormones now, they have a whole board certification. But they do a lot of medicine that is safe. So they won't elevate certain levels above a normal range because your insurance might not pay for medication, or they're not sure what's going to happen if you have people over those levels, because they're not looking at the full literature.
Is there still a lot of information on vitamin D that's changing, where they wanted you at like 32 and they're like, no, you need to be?
Well, vitamin D3 is probably the funniest vitamin, right? The normal range for most lab companies is around 30 to 100. If you're at 31, you're still low. So what I have noticed, it doesn't really make a difference in your health until you're over 70. So my ranges go from like 70 to 120. And once you hit like 110, again, your family practice doctor panics. Oh, you're taking too much. But how come my heart disease got better, my energy levels better, I'm not getting sick anymore? It's got to be something, right? It's not just lab values either. It's part of who you are and the energy levels that you're carrying throughout your life, which are more than just one hormone. It's how they all work together. What normally happens, it starts a lot younger now because all the preservatives in our food and the environment. So it used to be a disease of the 50s. Now people come to my office and they're 25, 30 years old with low hormone levels. And if they want to have kids as a male, you can't give them testosterone. And what's going on today is they're going to give you testosterone. They're going to make you infertile and make you think if you take HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, oh no, you'll be able to have kids. No, you have to look at why a 25-year-old doesn't have testosterone. But they don't do it. They just treat it. The same way if you say you have high cholesterol, what do? They don't tell you to change your diet. They give you medicine.
They give you a pill.
Why would a 25-year-old have low testosterone?
Well, there's a lot of different reasons, but a lot of it is they might have taken steroids on their own before. It could be something congenital. It could be environmental factors. It could be the food. There's narcotics. There's marijuana. There's a lot of different things that are going to affect your testosterone levels.
Interesting.
But you have to look at the different causes and not just give a medicine for a treatment. You know, we see that all the time, like I was saying, with diabetes. What do? They're looking at a number. The hemoglobin A1C number is elevated above 5.8, and they're going to tell you now you're pre-diabetic. That blood sugar is already over 120. We all know if a blood sugar consistently is over 100, you're diabetic. So how come you're telling me for years that I'm pre-diabetic? So you're going to start getting nerve problems, kidney problems, eye problems, heart problems, all because you're not regulating your blood sugar. and it's not going to be regulated because they don't think they need to. So I have a range. I use 4.1 to 4.6, which is 70 to 85. And that has been shown. My patients don't have any issues with insulin resistance anymore.
4.1 to 4.6.
How do you get down there, Doc? I mean, I had to really bust it out to get it down to 7. I'm hoping that it's below 6 when I go back. But how do you get it down to 4?
It's a lot of it's your diet, and then there's hormones that help improve your insulin sensitivity. There's different supplements. Berberine is amazing, but a lot of people don't take enough of those supplements because they look online, and if it says take 500 milligrams a day, that's what you take. Well, maybe you need 1,500 milligrams. The same way if you're taking metformin and it's 500 milligrams, what do? They double it. They give you 750. They give you 1,000.
They give you 1,000.
Well, how come you don't do that with vitamin supplements?
But we don't want anyone to change their supplements at
don't,
home on their own.
Yes.
You really need to go see Dr. Dave, to a trained medical professional, to
Correct.
have your labs checked, to see if you're on a medication that might be counterindicative to the supplements. This is just for information purposes, but you have to make an appointment to do this. I don't want anyone to go, I'm going to take 1,500 milligrams of berberine and say, I heard it on the show. No.
Exactly. That's exactly the point. People use Google as a home
Dr.
reference,
Google.
a home doctor,
Yeah.
Right.
WebMD, right? That's great for gathering information. But you still need to go to the physician to see if that's really what's right to do. Is it really going to make a difference? I mean, I have patients come in all the time with articles. Oh, is this peptide going to help me? Because people are just looking and searching to get better. And we don't know where to get that information from. So the best thing to do is gather it and bring that with you to the doctor if you have a question about it. Just don't do it on your own.
Because you said to me, because I know you're working on lowering your blood sugar and your weight, you really eat nothing. You have your shakes from Dr. Gundry.
No, it's not.
And you say,
I fast.
how do
Don't say I eat nothing because that's not healthy either.
How do I keep my blood sugar down? But maybe you need check your hormone levels, because maybe that would
But there's
help.
a whole lot of maybe. I gotta tell you, Doc, I've been on metformin for years, right? And on metformin, they did not teach me how to take it. So a doctor that I have now, he says to me, I want you to take it an hour after you eat. And it's made a significant difference.
Sure.
And then nobody told me I had to drink gallons of water. Nobody said that. It's just, I have a little water. Gallons, because the body needs to, and it needs to on both ends. Nobody told me that water does this and metformin works better when you start taking. Nobody said this to me. It's like I had to learn it on my own. So here I am taking all these meds. My sugar was stabilized at 9.
Oof.
At 9. Can you believe this? Okay, you're good. As long as it's not going, come on now. And every time I had a carb and my sugar went up, so they says, well, don't eat as many. In my world, I can't even look at carbs because it goes up. So my metabolism, but I'm listening to 4s, 4.5s. I'm going to tell you, that's a challenge all of a sudden.
But you have to do it with help. You can't expect to do it without medical supervision.
But you can do it. See, what I'm listening to today, in the first time in a long time, is that it can be done. And then my doctors, they say, you know what happened to my doctor when I first met him? He put circles around my joints. I tell you the story. And I said, Doc, why are you marking my body up with a marker? And it was a marker. He says, these are the parts I'm cutting off from your diabetes. You think he got my attention? I understood the point. And ever since then, I've been on a trip to get it lower. But you're the first person I've ever met that's telling me you can get it there. And that begins the journey. I was told get it under 6, not 4.5. And it makes a whole lot of sense what you're saying. 6 don't mean beans.
No, your numbers are still too high. You have too much glucose. It's going to destroy your nerve endings, destroy your small arteries and veins. And you're going to have the same complications of people that they say are diabetic, right? So you really need to get that under control, and it's not going to happen with conventional medicine because they don't want those numbers. They're happy that you're below 10.
Gotcha.
They're not happy that you're optimal on your health. You should be able to look at a carbohydrate, right? Now, some people are more reactive to it, the same way people are with gluten, right? You probably, I'm sure that you have a problem with gluten that they didn't look into.
Don't
right?
ever.
Right. When you're talking about GI problems, a lot of times it's this term leaky gut syndrome, which we all heard about it, but what really is it? So when we have inflammation in our intestines, there's the cellular linkages between each cell. It's swollen, so there's spacing there. So nutrients leak through without getting absorbed properly, and then you have stomach problems. You have intestinal problems, not stomach problems, and they probably don't even explain it to you that way. You say you have stomach problems, well, is it my stomach, my small intestines, or my large intestines? That should be the next question. But no one told you that. So how are you supposed to know to ask the questions? You're going to go to the doctor and assume that they're going to give you the correct information, and you leave. And you said before, you go to the doctor for 7 minutes. How are you supposed to get your information? How are you supposed to give them your information?
He's shaking his head yes. You too? 7 minutes?
7 minute cure.
When you go
Sure.
for a physical, it's only there for 10 Are you a doctor?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have diabetes?
No.
Okay. What had you get involved in diabetes and what you do?
Well, it goes back to when I grew up. I had to deal with my grandmother. She has the gene, the Ashkenazi Jew gene. She was a breast cancer survivor, and she died very early in my life. And then my grandfather developed multiple sclerosis, and he didn't take care of his diabetes. And he went from a plumber who used to lift bathtubs by himself, a 6 foot, 240 pound guy, to me having to carry him around with his legs chopped off. And my mom, growing up, after I was born, she was never able to lose that weight of pregnancy, so she developed problems of diabetes. And that's really what drove me into medicine. There had to be a better way to fix people. Nobody should live that way. Watching my mom struggle with her health, not just the diabetes, but the joint problems, the back problems, the inability to take care of your own hygiene because you can't reach places in your body. Those type of things really made me realize it has to be a different way, which is why it started off with a cosmetic surgery, because wow, well maybe if I get that fat off with liposuction and cut the extra skin off, I could really help people. But that wasn't the solution for them, because if not fixing the mind, you're not fixing anything. So that's what kind of brought me into that arena.
So your mom?
Yes.
What's her name?
Roberta Suarez.
Well, Kenny's come to the show a little bit late. That was he's a surgeon. He was a surgeon who has changed how he does his medicine practice. You know, Doc, I'm thinking that maybe people can come see you just to have blood work done, because you do more information than 60 years of doctors that I've had in my life. Nobody sits an hour and a half and explains blood work.
What are you thinking right now? Because this is like your life before you, right?
I'm thrown back. You know, I was in ICU for 7 days. I'm not even supposed to be here. On her birthday, on your 55th? 50th birthday. I'm not even supposed to be here.
24th birthday.
Exactly.
And I was, even at that time, I had 24 doctors with me 24/7. They wanted to put me in the medical books. Nobody ever said half the things that you're saying today. And the thing that's in my head right now is that there is another way. You know, I used to think that if you listened, you took your metformin and you took your pill and the cholesterol and the heart this and all that. I had a doctor from MIT. No, not MIT, from Harvard. He prescribed these things as a preventative. But he never explained the things that you're explaining. So when I'm sitting here, I'm shocked. I'm shocked for a lot of different reasons, because there is another way if they come to see you. I think that your practice is going to have to open up cosmetic on one end and just everything else on the other. That's what I'm seeing. So Kenny, he's changed his life from going from surgery into holistic medicine and all the things that surround this thing.
Yeah, I get that. So, doctor, what's your name?
Dr. David Suarez.
Dr. David Suarez. So, like, when I walked in, I looked in your eyes. And when you were sharing, you were very emotional. Like, almost like you wanted to cry. You have a huge heart. And it comes from your mom.
Yes.
So, her name is?
Roberta Suarez, the light of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why you do what you do.
Exactly.
See, there's a zillion doctors, but what makes you special is Roberta Suarez, your mom, the light of your life.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you love her more than anything in the whole world, and because of what you saw and what happened, you want to transform other people's lives with love so they don't have to go through what your mom went through.
Exactly.
When did she pass?
2015.
And how did she pass?
That was rough. It was, she had a skin disease for the second time called pemphigus. Pemphigus vulgaris, where you get blisters and they're foul smelling. But have you ever had a blister where when it breaks open, that underneath skin is raw? So the first time she had it, they gave her prednisone. They made her diabetes go through the roof, made her psychotic. Some people have that reaction to prednisone. So this time she had it. My father passed away a year and a half before that, and she said, I'm not going through that again, especially now that I'm alone. I'm not going to deal with that. So she went by herself to Manhattan and got herself a dermatologist that would write her a different medication. And he wrote her for methotrexate. Methotrexate's a very toxic cancer drug. And he didn't order any labs. He didn't look at her medications. And I'm visiting her at home, and she's just not getting out of bed. And the room was starting to smell from all these blisters popping, and I didn't know what else to do. So one day I went to work, and her neighbor calls, and she said, you know, you got to come. Your mom's, something's wrong. My mom didn't even recognize me when I got there. So we called the ambulance. I got her to the hospital. And it was funny, the head of the ER was someone I did residency with. So we kind of took her in the trauma route. So she got right in. It was like VIP treatment. She got in the hospital on Thursday, and she passed away Sunday night.
Were you with her the whole time, from Thursday to Sunday?
I was, and then Sunday night, she told me to go home. I was there enough, and when I went home, she got a fever, and that was it.
All right, why don't we take a commercial break? Why don't we take a commercial break? When we come back, Audrey says a pill for every ill is what doctors do. So let's
Gonna take a commercial break, regroup, cut some cake,
and we'll be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
For real, take your business, any business, to the next level by joining us at the Global Awaken Trinity Summit. 4 days of opportunities and inside info you don't want to miss, as over 35 celebrity speakers will be live in person to teach you exactly how to make your business take off, grow, and thrive. From marketing tool secrets to the best ways to build relationships, partnerships, and make true connections. Founder Kessa Gooden is putting on this once-in-a-lifetime event, the Global Awaken Trinity Summit VIP Gala and Yacht Mastermind, February 29th through March 3rd, 2024 in Miami, Florida. Registration starts at 9 sharp each day. Bring your business partner, your team, your friends, anyone and everyone who wants real success. For tickets, call 404-992-3971. Tickets will not last, so call now. 404-992-3971. Or visit us online at globalawakenedevents.com, and we will see you there.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh,
well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
Todo Bello Balloons is a business that was born out of a passion for creating unique and beautiful balloon designs, including balloon bouquets, balloon arches, balloon columns, and more. We specialize in creating unique and beautiful balloon designs that bring your dreams into reality. We believe that balloons have the power to bring people together and create lasting memories, and we are honored to be part of that experience. Contact us and we will bring happiness to your celebrations with our balloons.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Never thought I'd ever make it. I can't believe the hell I've been through. Couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't know what to do. I've been through the rain, I've been through the fire. There was something this world can be so cold and so heartless. It's hard to find your way alone. Used to run so fast, no one could catch me. I couldn't find my way back home. Well, I've laughed, I've cried, I've almost died, but my broken heart just never knew. I had an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine.
back. I don't know what that quite music was.
That
but
was G-Man on playing bartender.
It looks like he was running. It looks like he was running across the piano.
You know, he gets his cake and we're watching it, and he's like waiting for Dr. Suarez to cut it, and we're watching the cake, and the crew in there, they're like, "Where's the cake?" And he's like, "I'm going to save it for after lunch." And finally, at least you brought it in. They wanted his birthday cake.
I told him, get the damn thing in there and cut it up so that we can keep going.
I have the last cupcake. You're saving your cake for after lunch, I guess.
Yeah, I have it. A couple of housekeeping things. A couple of things. We are still running our ESPN Monday Night Football commercial piece. Buffalo against the New York Jets on September 11th is the first game. So get your groove on and give us a call so we can put your commercials.
But it's not just that game. You can place your commercials on any Monday night ESPN.
Nights, yes. And over
college or
60
NFL.
college games. It's unbelievable. They got the map all over the place if you're into college football.
You think the U has a chance?
A chance to what?
To win something? Something?
Yeah.
You know, back in the day when before I went, they were the best team. National championships in the mid-'80s, early '80s, and then...
That's when Jimmy Johnson was there. They ran a couple of 4 years or something. They were okay.
And then I got there, and...
Everything went in the toilet.
Not so good.
Also, October 19th is going to be our first concert again. We're going to have production with JC Enterprises and Amp Media up at the Movies of Del Rey. October 19th is going to be a dual show, one matinee and one at night with Mr. Johnny T.
Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, right?
Mm-hmm. And the many voices of Johnny T in the matinee. And we have some other things that are coming up as well, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So we're just going to take it one show at a time.
But the Comcast is really an opportunity for everyone to spotlight their business and amplify, as Chanel says, amplify your impact, because everyone is getting back to looking for real TV, and football seems to be real TV, bringing everything back. You can have the entire season to spotlight your business, 1 game, 2 games, the package is up to you, and we are fortunate to be able to bring that to you at a very, very reasonable rate. Now, I think there's opportunities in December that they actually are even lower.
Yes, they are putting together a package of 4 games that the price is ridiculous. And when I tell you ridiculous, it's ridiculous. And what they're doing is they're going to handpick the games that matter. I tell you, the NFL is brilliant. They're not going to tell you who's playing today.
So I don't think they know. Aren't those the playoff games?
No, there's a 1:30, 4:30, 8:30 game on the same day, and you can buy into those 3 games. And those could be the games that decide who's going to the playoffs. So they're going to wait. They're going to wait to see if that's the game of the week. They used to do something in game of the week back in the day. They had the Sunday night football, Thursday night, but they used to be specifically game of the week on Sunday. So that team was always highlighted, and then Monday night football and everything comes.
That's the time to talk for the game of the week.
Well, this is going to be the weekend of the week, because these 3 games can make the difference between who's going and who's staying. I think it's going to be fun because all of a sudden there's a lot of teams catching up to the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, because those are the 2 best teams in the league as far as I'm concerned. But all of a sudden you got some players, so this is going to be fun to do this as well. So, and you can also incorporate any of these commercials with
Oldies.
South Florida Oldies, the music. Doc had an event there a week ago Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Where people went up there and it was spinning the wheel, and Jody was telling me people were going crazy and winning.
Free trips and all of that. It was great.
And I have to thank Jody from VCMG Live and True Oldies for actually even introducing us to you. She said that the event was amazing, and she said you have to bring Dr. Suarez and he will love the studio. So thank you to Jody and Vic and everyone from VCMG on the introduction.
That's true. And we are going to be doing some more stuff with VCMG Live. Always have a hard time
It's
with
Friday.
It is. And we have some events as well. We're going to ask our friends to come along. We're going to have red carpets. All sorts of good stuff to talk about coming your way. So,
What's the best way for people to reach you, Dr. Suarez?
Best way would be email or phone number. info@purewellnessmedical.com and phone number 844-335-7873.
And you're located where? In Boca?
We have one location, 9033 Glades Road, Suite C. in Boca Raton, and then I'm also going to be working with another clinic that has a place in Plantation and also Boca Raton.
Very nice.
Do you have a partner, PureWellness.com?
No.
I did printing for you.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
Kenny,
postcards.
what's happening on your show today?
And I was just thinking, I don't know, it was just like weird. What's happening on my show today is we're going to be loving Lahaina, Hawaii, and the wildfires that happened that killed, we don't even know, because there's still
Yeah, still
1,000
trying to figure
missing,
that out.
and hundreds, and I've been there. It's probably one of the most gorgeous places in the world that I've ever been. And to see that place just destroyed, I just cried. So I'm going to be loving Lahaina. I'm going to be showing everybody what it used to look like and now what it looks like now. And then I have a special show part, which is going to be Summer Lovin'. It's going to be all about us loving each other for the summer. And I'm going to play some really great music, really great love songs. Like, I don't know, something hit me about all the old wedding love songs that I used to go to that people would have. And a lot of times I think, you know, people were, when they first got married, they were in love. And they played all these amazing wedding songs when they were in love, and now they're divorced. And the thing is that, those, when you listen to those wedding songs, you're like, how did they get divorced? Well, they were in love at that time. They stopped saying I love you to each other. So I'm bringing that back, that, you know, people who are married or couples, any types of couples, that they say I love you to each other all the time. So they keep the love there so they don't get divorced. Because my mission is that we don't have divorce, that we only have love. And if somebody's married, they keep their vows. Integrity is part of love. Being open is part of love. And, you know, love is everything. So it's going to be a really special show. I'm really excited because I got some great music, and to love Lahaina, where I've been, it's very touching for me.
It's going to be great. And what are you doing for your birthday boy? You have no idea. Nikki's like,
Are they taking you out?
away?
People taking you out? Are people taking you out for your birthday?
You're asking him a real question? You think he's going to answer you?
Oh, he
G-Man, why did
doesn't-
you give him?
Right now, like I said, I should not be a bartender at all.
It's G-Man for you.
No, but we're going to
Planetarium?
We're going to Frost Science Museum. So we're going to go see a planetarium, and then whatever else they got.
You know, there's a commercial they used to play that it's a terrible thing to lose your mind. What is it?
That was the egg commercial?
Yeah.
Fried egg?
Yeah, the fried egg.
He doesn't know where he's going for his birthday,
He doesn't care.
but he's hanging out
He's
here.
just going.
Is your birthday today?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
No, your birthday's today? So how old are you?
24.
Wow, happy 24th birthday.
There's
Full
a
of
bunch
love.
of kids in here that have birthdays. What
So,
is yours?
so can we do something on the show, Josh? Since you're doing production, could you post about your birthday and let's
I got
do a
about
love?
6 of them. His is Tuesday.
Josh? Post about the love of your birthday on the show so people can love you, and then I'll love you because it's your birthday.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KC has a birthday. You have a birthday.
I don't even know.
Everybody
How old
has
are
a
you going to
birthday.
be, Zach? 22. That's what I thought.
KC, when is your birthday?
Their birthday's coming up soon.
Hers is next week.
Hers is the
I don't think
September
it-
14th. Is
no, that's
somebody's.
Zari's.
That's Zari's, okay.
That's a whole bunch
there's
of
a lot of
birthdays.
birthdays.
A lot of birthdays. All right, you ready to wrap this up?
Yep, let's go home.
6 days after what? 6 days after the 11th?
So that would be the
17th?
17th.
I heard someone saying 11, and I was like, no, it's 6 days after that.
After the 11th, that would be the 17th, okay. For all of us having math skills. And on that note, Dr. Suarez, thank you for joining us. To the Sweet Tarts, thank you for joining us. That was today's show. Josh, happy birthday. Tune in today at 3 o'clock for the Florida Love Show. And to our crew, thank you for an amazing week and everything you do. And G-Man, no more bartending for you.
But thank you for trying.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and we will see you Monday, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.